All right, friends, welcome to week 3 of online learning. We're so excited to have you here again. It's always good to know that y'all are out there and just living your best lives. So here we are. Here's another picture of when I was 8 years old. I was goofing around in my house with my really, really nice hat and my nice shoes. So here's another start to our online learning. This week's superhero is Spider-Man. So we can do our little awesome things that Spider-Man does. So when we start, all right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. I can do it! Today I can identify compound words. Today I also can read and spell, snap, or trap words. Today, I can write sentences with compound and snap or trap words. So those are the 3 things we're going to be doing today. So let's get started. All right, so this week we're learning about something called a compound word. Now it sounds very complicated, but it's something that's actually really simple and something that I think you guys will be so good at it. So a compound is two or more words that are put together to form a new word. So for example, here we have a car. A car is one word. And then another word, pet. Pet is another word. Now, some of you guys might have pets like dogs and cats and bunnies and gerbils and hamsters and snakes. Some of you are, I don't even know. But a car is one word and a pet is another word. When the 2 words come together, they form a new word, car, pet. Now, this has a whole different meaning of a word. So this is a carpet. Do some of you guys have carpets in your houses or your apartments or places that you're living? Good. Miss Sherman does too. She's actually sitting on a carpet right now too. So if you notice, you have the word car and the word pet. So those are 2 different words, but them coming together, they have a whole new meaning. So it's a whole new word, even though there's 2 separate words within the word. And that's what a compound word is. Now we're going to try again because it might have been a little confusing. Okay. Actually, we're going to do this first. So a non-compound word. So I know that a word is not a compound word when I have 2 words and they cannot be put together to make a new word. So we have a word like jacket. So a jacket is something you wear when you're cold. So Jack, like Jack in The Incredibles. And then if we took like almost syllable sleuth the word from Jack and et, for our 2 words, Jack and et is not a word. So when you put them together to make jacket, it's not a compound word. It is a word because it means something right here, like jacket, but it's not a compound word because the 2 parts of the word are not 2 separate words itself. So again, I have an example of butterfly. So as you guys know, you guys have been learning a lot about butterflies before spring break. So the word butterfly is a compound word because if you take the word butter and fly, those are 2 different words. So we have butter, this part of the word. This is butter, something you put when you eat. And then this is a fly. So together, these 2 words, butter and fly, have 2 different meanings. And when you put them together, they have a whole new meaning, butterfly. So that is a compound word. All right, here are some more examples of compound and non-compound words. So repeat after me, bedtime. Good. So here we know that this is a compound word because the word bed is a word and the word time is a word. And put together, bedtime means a time that you need to go to sleep. Whereas bed is a place that you sleep in and time is the time of the day. So 2 different words put together make a whole new word. A word like moonlight, repeat after me, say moonlight, is also a compound word because the word moon is a word. Right here is the moon. And then light is, if you can see, it's light in this room. So those 2 different words, but when you put them together, moonlight is the light that shines from the moon at night. Now, we have another example of a non-compound word. So the word dazzle, repeat after me, say dazzle. Good. So the word dazzle is not a compound word because if you slice it, remember this is a CLE, so a consonant LE ending. So we would slice it right here. Daz and Zol. Daz isn't a word and Zol isn't a word. So when you put them together, it makes a word like dazzle. It's like a describing something, but Daz and Zol aren't words on its own. So when you put them together, it makes a word, but they're not words on their own. So it's not a compound word. So you see right here how it says a non-compound word. Repeat after me, say pancakes. Good. This is a compound word. Repeat after me, say bundle. Bundle, you may have heard Miss Knowlton or Miss Sutton or Miss Roberts talk about bundle when you bundle tens together. Bundle could also be bundling firewood. Bundle is not a compound word. Repeat after me, say firefly. That is a compound word. Say maple. That is not a compound word. Repeat after me, say jacket. Good. We learned that jacket is not a compound word. Repeat after me, say doghouse. Doghouse is a compound word. Mascot. Mascot is not a compound word. Our mascot at Berclair is a bear. That's what a mascot means. Something that kind of gives like a cheerleader kind of, something that gives excitement or an animal to represent the school. So we have a bear as our mascot. Repeat after me, say respond. Respond is not a compound word. Retire. Retire is not a compound word, but it does have a prefix. Right here we've been learning about all year. Re is a prefix. So that, although it is a prefix, re is not a word on its own. So it's not a compound word. Repeat after me, say humpback. Humpback is a compound word. Say polite. Polite is not a compound word. Repeat after me, say rocket. Rocket is also not a compound word. Last one, cabin. And cabin is not a compound word. All right, now it is time for our snap and trap. All right, just to, we'll come back to that. All right, repeat after me, say everybody. Everybody is a compound word. So you see how Miss Sherman separated every and body? If you have the word every is a snap or trap word, and body means your actual body. So you are a body. You have a body. You're living in a body. That is word. So these are two words. They come together and they form a new word. So it's actually a compound word. Now, I want you to think, is everybody a snap or a trap word? If you said everybody is a trap word, you are correct. I know that everybody is a trap word because I do not hear every sound of every letter in this word. So v, e. Now I know the y makes the y or the y sound. So whenever I say e, although the y does make the e sound, it's not. The E is not the Y letter. So Y is not, makes it a trap word. Everybody, the same thing with the Y at the end. I say E and not Y for the Y sound. Repeat after me, say every day. Good. Every day is also a compound word. We have the word every and the word day. So two separate words combining into one word to make a new meaning. Now I want you to think to yourself, is this a snap or trap word? I know that it's a snap word if I can hear every sound in the word, so every letter in the word, or I know that it's a trap word if I cannot hear every sound in the word, letter sound. If you said trap, you are correct. Again, it's the same thing that I said before. For every, the Y makes the E sound, not the Y sound, making sure or showing that it is a trap word. All right, repeat after me. Say afternoon. Afternoon is also a compound word. The word after is a word, and the word noon is a word on its own. So those are two words, and when you combine them together, it makes one word, making the word afternoon, which is a compound word. Now, I want you to think to yourself, is this a snap word or a trap word? It is a trap word. I know that it's a trap word because if I sound out every letter in the word, n, oon. So we learned that the O vowel sound, or the vowel team, the O is oo. But the O sounds makes the ah. So it does not make the O vowel sound. Instead, it makes oo. Therefore, it is a trap word. Repeat after me. Say snowflake. Good. Again, if you guessed it, do you think if this is a compound word? Do you think this is a compound word? Well, if you said this is a compound word, you're correct. Snow is a word and flake is a word. And then, because those are two words and you put them together, that makes a whole new word. This is an example of a snowflake. Snowflake is a trap word as well, because if you sound out every letter in the word, flake, you cannot hear the W and you cannot hear the E. The E is a magic E, so it gives all its power to A. Snowflake. We didn't get very many snowflakes this winter, did we? All right, now we're moving on. Boys and girls, do you remember what this is called if I have an apostrophe up top to make a word? Do we remember what this is called? If you said a contraction, you're correct. I know a lot of you guys did. All right, this contraction is your. So the two words that makes the contraction your are you and are. Your. Now, your is a trap word because in your, you don't hear the you at all. Or. You also don't hear the E. All right, last one. Our other contraction we have today is we're. Repeat after me, say we're. We're. All right, this contraction with the two words is we and are. So the A is deleted, and in replace of the A, we add the apostrophe. So we're, we and are. And last one I want you to think to yourself is we're going to be snap or trap words. We've had a lot of trap words. Now I wonder what this is going to be. If you said trap, you're correct. We had all trap words today, but I know that this is weird because you can't hear the E at the end. It is a magic E because it gives all its power to A. All right, now I'm going to read to you our decodable for this week. It's very science-based, which I'm really, really excited. I really love talking about this stuff. So I want you to clean out your ears. Make sure you're in a quiet place around your house. If you're not, go ahead and pause your laptop or put on some headphones if you have some around so you can hear very well. I also want you to possibly take your mouse and I want you to follow along the decodable as I'm reading. So this week's decodable is called solid, liquid, and vapor. Everybody on Earth uses water every day. We're surrounded by it. People drink it, water plants with it. Some people even swim underwater for fun. But does everybody know that water can change its shape? Water has been on Earth forever, but water does not always look like the water you drink from a glass. This type of water is a liquid. A liquid is wet. Like the water a firefighter uses to put out fire, or the water that crashes down a waterfall. Water can also be solid. Solid is hard. Solid water can be an ice cube you can drink on the summertime, or it can be a snowflake that softly falls on a winter afternoon. Or the hard hailstones that come down during a hailstorm. So this right here is a hail. Hail is like small ice cubes, and it's kind of what happens when a mixture of water and ice come together, but it's not quite snowflakes, and it's not rain. But here's an example of kind of what a snowfall looks like. Water can also be vapor. You cannot see or touch vapor. Heat from the sun turns water from the earth into vapor. This is vapor. The vapor goes up into the sky. When the vapor gets cold again, it turns into rainfall. So it changes back into a liquid. So right here is an example of the water cycle. So vapor is kind of like clouds is an example of vapor. And this is kind of what it looks like. You can't really see it and you can't really touch it, but it's there. So it's kind of like the in-between process of when it's liquid. So right here is when it'd be vapor. Okay, listen up, everyone. You're going to take a little quiz. Ooh. Listen to the examples in each of the next 3 pages. Say what kind of water you would like to see. Solid, or liquid, solid, or vapor, or this is gas. Example 1. A woman is making coffee with very hot water. The steam is rising from the coffee pot. Is this steam a liquid, a solid, or a vapor? Which one do you think it is? Example 2. A football team has a game on a very hot day. They buy a big bag of ice cubes to put it in their cooler to keep their drinks cold. Is this bag full of liquid, solid, or vapor? What is this? Is this liquid, solid, or vapor? Example 3. A girl, this is a girl, has a garden with tall sunflowers. She takes a watering can out. This is a watering can. And waters the sunflowers. These are sunflowers. I think we talked about sunflowers sometime this year. What would she use to water the plants? Is she watering the plants right now with liquid, solid, or gas? All right. I'm going to tell you, this one was vapor. Because you see how this is vapor. It's not liquid and it's not a solid. This is solid. So you see how it looks very similar to solid because it's ice. And then this one is liquid because it looks just like the water we drink. All right, now, my friends, I need you to have a piece of paper and a pencil. If you need to pause and go find a piece of paper and a pencil, that would be great. Just come and unpause me whenever you're ready. All right, so this week, I want you guys to think of 4 or more words. I want you to challenge you to use compound or snap and trap words that we discussed previously in our PowerPoints. From the pictures in this beautiful, a whole bunch of pictures. The first one I want to point out is sunglasses. Sunglasses is a compound word. The word sun is a word and the word glasses is a word. But when you put them together to make a new word, it has a whole new meaning. Now there's also a snowman. A snowman is also a compound word. Snow is a word and man is a word. When you put them together, it is a compound word, or it makes a new word. Afternoon. Afternoon is a time of day, so you can see that it's sunny outside, and it's probably mid-afternoon. It's definitely not in the nighttime, and it's definitely not in the morning. Well, it could be in the morning, but we're going to say it's the afternoon to practice our compound words, because this is a compound word because it has the word after, and it has the word noon, and when you put them together, it has a whole new word. And then lastly, we have a driveway. A driveway, this right here is called a driveway. It's a road that goes up into the house, or that you could, if you have a house, or sometimes in the apartments where you can park your car. Driveway is a compound word because the word drive is a word and the word way is a word. When you put them together, it makes a new word. Therefore, it's a compound word. Now, I want you guys to pause this. I want you guys to use as many of these words to create a new sentence, or as many sentences as you can, to talk about what you see in this picture. All right, so go ahead and pause. Use some snap and trap words. Use some compound words. Come up with new words. Try and write as many sentences as you can on your piece of paper. All right, welcome back. If you see right here, this is the sentence that I made. I used every single compound word. I wonder if y'all wrote better than I did. This afternoon, I put sunglasses on a snowman in the driveway. What a silly sentence. Oh, I wish I was there reading your guys' silly sentences, because your sentences were funny. All right, my friends, that is all that we have for today. Again, I'm going to share with you, these are some things that I have done this week. Me and my sister built a desk because she is also a teacher and she really likes to stand when she's teaching. So I helped her build a desk, because this is us on our porch building a desk. And then this is me and her. We played badminton one day because we wanted to take a break, and we ran around outside and we played badminton, and we broke the rackets. So this is my sister after I threw her the little ball and it went right through the racket. Goofy. So again, here's my email. Whatever you and your family's doing, I would love to see pictures. I would love to hear about how you're doing. I would love to reach out or connect with you guys. I would love to read the sentences that you guys wrote. So go ahead and send them over to my email or on Class Dojo. Me and Miss Dabs are still checking. We really miss you, and we really hope that you're doing well. See you next week.